Don't you hate it when dupe icons look so plain boring or disgusting to you? Or when they give you the equivalent of literally nothing when it could be something that's actually very important to you? I'm sorry, you poor, poor child. Hey peeps, Pinkle16 here on another video to show you how to how to do something in Gmod, which is actually to create a dupe icon, because as you can see in the bottom right corner, I've already, gone nuts with this. So, how do you create a dupe icon? Well, first of all, I'm going to get a picture of the dupe, which is just an inkling girl and a bunch of gear. I'm gonna Yeah, I know. I'm a weird noob person with a bunch of stuff. Point being, I'm making this for convenience for myself. So, yeah, and white. Ugh. I'm gonna put grey. Because I'm depressing like that. I'm actually gonna put the same depressing color on the floor too. It almost looks no different. So let's get the dupe. We just need to deploy it. She doesn't look that interesting to you, but it is to me, so alright. It can be any dupe, and especially since the Inklings give you the equivalent of literally nothing, it's actually worth it to create a dupe icon for them so then you know who the heck you're getting. So, yeah. I'm just gonna pose her. This is how I pose things in Garry's mod. It takes a while to learn posing, and it's kind of specific as to what is even being posed in the first place. So I can't just say, here's a posing tutorial, because the models you're going to be using are going to be probably a lot different from what I'm using here. So yeah, that's not going to be a viable opportunity, is it? Whilst I pose, I'm going to talk. This is actually very easy. Doesn't require any weird shenanigans such as, extracting the add-on or anything like that. I'm pretty sure you all know how to keep your dupes updated by this point, unless if you don't, which I don't know why you even have a dupe at all. Your dupe's probably an error sign with a bunch of things below it. Point being, this is for people who know how to use dupes and would much prefer to use dupes for their things. And I'm talking about things like ragdolls that people need. Oh, someone's online. That's great. I don't need to see that. I really don't. I'm just gonna pose her to wave. And I'll pose her face in a second. Yes, Darreal user put face posing on these. Well, of course, they're the enhanced ones. Also, I'm gonna fix that. Something. Nobody wants to see that on a dupe icon. Point being, we're making the actual picture right now, or what we're going to be using for the actual picture, so press that, and I'm gonna put Happy small. Isn't she cute? Okay. Now I'm just gonna press screenshot. Oh wait, you realize I don't press clicks. I don't click for a screenshot. I instead put a command in. Well, someone ended up screwing up all their flexes. This is to get better screenshots in Gmod. Although it's not really that hard. You press bind. Now, what you put here is determinate as to what you want to do. You can put this here, you can put this here, you can put this here, but whatever it is, you put whatever key you want. And I'm going to use the backward slash because that's easiest for me. And then press screenshot. You can even put this in the launch options and it will read it. I've already done that, so I don't need to put it in again. So I'm going to press this. Now we have a picture of our dupe. Yay! I'm going to do this for another dupe as well, so we can show you two dupes at once. I'm sure everyone on my DeviantArt will be aware of who these two are. If you're one of my YouTube watchers, you probably won't be aware of this, but of course, I don't expect you to. This is just for dupes. Put these two in the place of any dupe you already have, so... Let me just... Poser, that's not useful. I know I'm going to have to remake these dupes at some point, but that's not what I'm concerned with right now. So I'm making the icon that I'm going to be using. You can just take a flat out picture of it and, you know, do whatever the hell you want. I'm just showing you how I'm making my dupe icon right now to make it look all pretty and happy, you know, because it's an inkling and it's already given up on me. Posing these things takes an absolute hell of a long time. Okay, I did it. I think I might have to move her just a... Woo! I did it! Now let's do the other one. And make sure I'm getting this too. That's cool. I'm just gonna pose that, even though, you know, we're not gonna see it in the icon. This is exactly why I brought this to your attention. Duh. Okay, I'll just eye pose it then. And I'll face pose it too. I'll make her smirking this time. Where's smirk? Smirk. Whee! Wow, okay. Now how do we actually make them as icons? I'm going to show you right now. Now you should be in your Garry's mod folder, which should be at this file path. And go to dupes. Now as you can see, I've already had fun with this, but let's look at the dupes that we're concerned with, which are the two latest ones. I've organized this by date modified, so these ones are the latest ones that I've created. Now notice how all of them have a dupe file and a picture file. The picture file is the file that we're going to be editing. Now notice how it's all gibberish. Yes, you need to keep it as the gibberish. So then, how do you make it recognizable? Well, that's what I'm here for. Let's go out and go to screenshots. Now I've got a whole bunch of stuff in here from random screenshots that I've taken, and these are the ones that should be the ones from today. They're TGA files, so I'm going to edit them in Photoshop. I'm going to go and do that right now. As you can see, I'm in Photoshop and I'm about to get to my dupe folder to edit the files. Now let's go to Program Files 86, Steam, where are you? Steam Apps, Common, Garry's Mod. Where's the second Garry's Mod? Garry's Mod, and screenshots. Now I'm going to open my two screenshots up. You need a TGA editor in order to edit this, unless you want to download a TGA to PNG editor, which can be edited by most picture editors. PNGs are the next best thing. I'm going to search for, here it is, Construct in Flat Grass, and I'm going to select both of them and open them up. Now these are the pictures, and they're super high quality because they're what you're actually seeing and not some JPG compressed thing like what most Gmod screenshots are. I cringe at those. So now let's also open, let's go to Garry's mod, dupes, and let's open the ones that are for the dupes, which are these. It'd be best to open these ones up specifically so that you could edit them properly. Now as you can see, they're only giving me a checkered floor, so that's literally giving me the equivalent of, I have no idea what this add-on is. So, yeah. Let me just check which one's which, so then I'm not messing them up. Yeah. You should organize your dupes folder by your date modified. Therefore, you can be aware of what add-ons what dupes they specifically are, because the latest ones will be latest and the furthest down on the list. So this is the first one, the green one. So let's go to the green one and select a fair portion of this screenshot, actually, and come to this image and press paste. And I'm going to move it so that she's in the picture. See, she still fits mostly in the picture anyway. Now, I'm just going to do a bit of editing here. Hours editing later.
One thing I might as well tell you is that you have to save those pictures as a JPG. You have to save the icon that you're making as a JPG, or else the game won't read it. Not as a PNG, not as a TGA, you have to save it as a JPG. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what a JPG is at this point, so that's cool. Now let's move on to the next part.
The icons are very rushed, but now they're in Gmod. I'm going to replace them with better icons in the future, but I only intended this as a tutorial to show you how to create a dupe icon. These are just dupes that I have created that the pictures would work well for. They're rushed, but there's not much you can do about it. I'll go into Gmod and show you how they work now. And if you've done everything correctly, made your icon, made it a JPG, put it in the dupes folder, and kept it as a gibberish, you know, for the dupe, it should now appear in your dupes slide as an icon. And as you can see, I've already done this for myself for several occasions that I need to. That is how you create a dupe icon. And of course the dupe will still work. Let me just use mine. See, mine works. So see y'all, have a good day, peace, and I'll see you in the next video, whatever that'll be. So, see you then.